Hi, this is Kat, Lloyd, Paw Pals TV. I hope everyone's doing well. Unfortunately, I've got a bad story for you guys, and I know that none of us want to see this, but I think it's important. I think that we're all going to learn from this. I received a plea from an owner in Killeen, Texas, after one of her dogs was shot by her neighbor. Let's take a look real quick.
Hey Kat, this is Cidlaly Eaton, and I want to share with you my story. On October 12th, me and my family were outside of the house. When we came home, it was approximately about 8 o'clock at night. It was dark. We came in. You could tell that something had happened, but we didn't know what. We turned on the lights, and when I turned on the lights, I seen a tag from animal control. Immediately, I ran to the backyard. When I got to the backyard, I seen that my back door frame had been ripped apart, and there was blood everywhere. There was blood on the back porch chair. There was blood on the pieces of wood that came off of the door. So I closed the door quickly before my kids could see what was happening. I ran to the front yard trying to see if I could find any clues. When I was in the front yard, my neighbor from across the street approached me. She told me that I wasn't gonna like the news, that my blue and white dog Mystique had been shot, and I asked her, well, what happened? And she told me that his kid claimed that he was bit by the dog, so the guy came back out and shot my dogs in the front yard. So the gate was closed when I left the house, and it's always closed. It's one of those things like making sure that the stove is off and making sure that your front door is locked. The gate was locked or closed, and the neighbor told me that when she came back here to check on my dogs after my dogs had been shot, she realized that my gate was open and felt that that was really odd. She then called 911. She said that she called them at least 4 times within an hour and a half before somebody came out here and responded. When they came, she seen them take my dogs, and the police officer, I believe, went down there, spoke to him, and then they left. And she had told me that they had left about 30 minutes ago. So from there, I went to animal control, trying to see if anybody was there since my dog had been shot. Maybe they were working on her. Nobody was there. So then I decided to call the emergency vet, hoping that they had taken her there. At that time, they let me know that they had her, and the animal control was there, and they were gonna pass along my number to him. I was already on my way to the animal hospital. So when I got there, I seen the animal control guy. I let him know that I was Red and Mystique's mom, and to ask him what had happened. He told me that Mystique allegedly bit somebody. She was shot twice, and right now she's heavily sedated, and I can't go see her until the police officer gets there. They told me that Red's in a kennel in animal control. He can't come home till Tuesday, and Mystique might or might not survive. When the police officer got there, she told me the same thing, that apparently my dog Mystique had attacked somebody, and that but it didn't break the skin. So then I asked, did he go to the ER? She said no, he didn't go to the ER. I asked if then I was in any trouble or Mystique was. They told me that Mystique had to be quarantined for 10 days. And then from there, I worked on trying to get her transferred out of that ER to Belton Vet Clinic, where I knew that they would take way better care of her. They let me escort Mystique myself from the Killeen emergency vet to the Belton Clinic. When we got there, amongst talking with the doctor, we decided that we were not going to remove the second bullet that was lodged in her back because no vital organs had been hit at that point. So me and Mystique's doctor decided that it was best not to do surgery since it involved breaking her ribs and going into vital organs, and due to the fact that she has a heart murmur, that's way too much stress on top of the fact that she was in pain and she had just been shot. So we left that bullet in her, and then she had to stay in Belton Clinic for 10 days. Monday was a holiday, so I couldn't pick up Red on Monday. On Tuesday, we went and we picked him up. When we picked him up, they handed me, before they gave me my dog, they handed me 6 citations that I had to sign for what had taken place on Saturday. And then they escorted me to go get Red. When we got Red home, he was happy to be home. The kids were happy to see him. The only thing that was a little off is that now, like, I have a 2-year-old. My 2-year-old dropped his play table, and when it slapped the hardwood, Red jumped off the couch so scared and ran through, he swabbled on the hardwood floor. So now Red has PTSD and he's scared. But that week the time that he was home, he was just like normal. Same old Red. Enjoyed spending time with the kids. From the time I picked up Red to the following Monday, I was going back and forth between the police department and animal control, trying to beg them to investigate. At that time, they had no proof of a bite, no proof of anything. All they said was, your dog bit a kid. You didn't go to the ER, but your dog bit a kid. So since there was no proof of a bite, for that week, I was trying to argue for them to investigate, and if there was no proof of a bite, for Mystique to be able to come home off of quarantine. October 21st, I went to animal control to see if they had gotten any news, any updates, anything like that. They told me that the animal control officer would be out to talk to me shortly. Then I seen 2 cops walk in. They went to the back. I thought nothing of it until I seen the animal control guy that had been working with me, along with like 2 to 3 other animal control people, plus the 2 cops come out. And that is when they deemed my dogs dangerous, and they told me that I had 48 hours to surrender them. At that time, Mystique wasn't even home yet. We picked up Mystique the next day, the day that both the dogs were home. We tried to make it like a doggy birthday. Everybody came by and said hi to them. The kids had a blast with them. We had a blast with them. And they jumped on the trampoline together, shared snacks, all the good stuff, slept together. And on October 23rd, I had to surrender both of my dogs. Red being 12, Mystique being 4, having them since they were 6 weeks old, being raised in this house, loved and treated like family. And I had to go turn my babies in. On the 29th of October, I went to the municipal court. I had to represent myself because I couldn't afford a lawyer, and I had to go fight for the lives of both of my dogs, both of my kids. And we went up there with testimonies from people that were here that day, from the neighbors across the street. We went with letters from friends and family that's known the dogs, people that has pet sit the dogs, letters from their vet, letters from the mail lady. My 7-year-old was there to testify on his dog's behalf. And unfortunately, the judge wanted nothing to do with any of the evidence that we had put together. On that day, we went to court, and unfortunately, we lost. The city of Killeen deemed both of my dogs dangerous. I was fined $5,000, and they didn't want to hear anything that we had to say. My dogs have 30 days to be out of city limits. If in 30 days they're not city limits, they are no longer my property. And now we're working on trying to find them a new place to go and a new place for all of us to go so that we can be reunited with our dogs again. We do have the option to appeal. Unfortunately, I can't appeal until I pay in a $1,000 bond. The bond has to be paid in cash. Right now, me and my family don't have that money since we do have to relocate out of the city of Killeen and reunite our family.
You know, as an animal lover and an owner, I don't know what I would do in this situation. There's a lot of things that disturb me about this story, but I have faith that between all of us, we can raise the funds, the $1,088, so that she can appeal this for the sake of Red and Mystique, who has still 2 bullets inside her as she sits at the shelter. I'm just asking for help raising the money, the $1,088, so that she can have her day in court. I was looking to see how much she actually owes. She has $4,896 in citations. The appeal cost $1,088.55. There's boarding of $600 at the Killeen Animal Shelter. There is medical for the young man who allegedly was bitten by one of the dogs, even though I don't find a report at the time of the scene, for $4,690.21. There's $348.55 in investigative fees for a sum of $11,623.31. just because you went out and ran some errands and came home to a bloody scene. I'm asking you guys to help me help them raise funds for the appeal, the $1,088.55. I will have something on this post where you can go and give directly to Paw Pals TV, and we will turn the money over directly to the court. Okay? This is all that we can possibly do at this time, and we pray for this family. I know that Cidlaly was enlisting in the Army. Now she can't. This will be on her, from what I understand, on her record, and this is really sad that they actually have to move and try to figure out where they're going to go just to keep their family together. As an animal lover, I'm making a plea to you to help us help them. Okay? Cat Lloyd, Paw Pals TV. I hope that this doesn't upset you, but I want us all to learn from this of what to do should this happen to you. Cat Lloyd, Paw Pals TV. We'll see you guys next time.
Girls. Hey, what are you doing? Out the kitchen. Mystique, out the kitchen. Out the kitchen. Out the kitchen. That's a good girl.
Look at you, you little beautiful self.